Hey everyone, this is Davies. I just wanted to share a couple of stories with you today. One is from a client of mine in my therapy practice, and another one is from a guy that I was on a workshop that I was giving. And both of these are about being in a state of inertia, living in a state of inertia, and not kind of really moving forward, and the consequences of that. With the first one, the client of mine, he's a guy that he's a sufferer of chronic fatigue syndrome, and he'd made some great progress in his work, and then he really kind of plateaued. He was really frustrated with this, and he was telling me how had a lot of fatigue, and he was finding it difficult to do things. It was difficult to move forward because of the fatigue he was experiencing, and it was really hard to kind of get going with things. And then he said this statement which triggered all of this kind of emotion in me, and he said, "Well, the thing is, I'm really just passing time until I die." And that really hit me like a punch in the chest. I thought, man, that's the problem. That's the essence of it. There's no way that you can go through life without consequence in that state of inertia, that I'm just living it out until I die. The second example is that second little story is a chap that was at a workshop of mine, and he was relaying a series of bad experiences that he'd had, and he was saying, well, again, I just suppose I see this as I'm just kind of filling in time, really, until eventually I go, and I got the same bristling feeling about that, the same feeling that this is something needs to be done about this. This doesn't have to be like this. And the interesting thing about that second story was that I feel that really the deeper core within us needs expression. It needs us to have the experience of life. We need to be proactive. We need to be moving forward. We need to be moving towards fulfillment. Because if we're not, I think that energy that flows through us, the soul, if you will, is seeking experience. And I think some experience is better than no experience. So if you find yourself passing time in a state of inertia, not really moving anywhere, then it may well be that your core, your soul, finds experience for you, and that may be negative experience. So in both of these cases, the client is having a perpetuation of physical discomfort and symptoms, and the other chap from the workshop was just experiencing a series of uh, unfortunate events in his life. These really are triggered by the same issue, and it's almost kind of checking out. I'm checking out. I'm not putting anything forward. I'm not putting anything into life, and it just didn't work like that. You have to move forward. You've got to take life by the horns, the bull by the horns. You've got to allow yourself to key in to your passions, whatever they may be, however small they may be. Even if you just like making cupcakes, that's your passion. You've got to do that. You've got to live in that. You've got to live in that moment for that moment you're doing it. So I think it's so important to find whatever your passions are, however small they are, however many there may be. And you need to allow yourself to be in the space where you can experience that, because that is experiencing who you are. That is the full expression of self. And without the full expression of self, problems will ensue. The energy that is you, it malfunctions a bit. And then you're either going to be unhappy, you're either going to maybe get ill, or things maybe just go wrong. So moving out of inertia into a proactive space in life, I think, is so important. So hopefully that's some use. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.